It's here with another video, and this time it's going to be on a more unique deck in the sense that no one else is really playing it. This time we're going to go into Meta Cooler. Start off with the leader. This deck is my favorite villain on all of Dragon Ball from all the movies and stuff. And so when you place this card in your leader zone, or leader area, sorry, you put this card into play. I'll get into more detail about that. And when he flips over, he doesn't draw any attacks. He adds back a Meta Cooler core or a Meta Cooler from your drop area back to your hand, which gives you free advantage. And makes it to where you don't have. And you also have mill up to three, sorry, or place up. Like if you guys don't know what mill means, if you take the top 3 cards of your deck, or top 2 or top 1 or none, and then you grab from there. But usually you're gonna do 3, or because if you don't end up filling your graveyard fast enough. And typically they're not gonna awaken you, which is what you kind of want them to do. Now, we'll go ahead and go to the next part of the deck. So, Cooler. So, this is a big combo deck. You start off with the deck when you play this 2 of these. So, you start off the game with one of these on your field. But, awesome part about this deck is you can play one of these on turn 3 after you already done this effect on turn 3. And then you still have another energy untapped. And then you can play and tap one and leave one untapped, right? So, you can basically, so get 1 energy to tap. Look at place one card from the top of your deck, and if it's a cooler, and if there's a cooler in your drop area, put it on the battlefield. The 2-drop, that is, the infinite. Now, once you do that, you will start mounting field advantage and field advantage and field advantage, and it will be a little bit too much for your opponent sometimes, especially if they're playing a deck that is not like Vegeta. And even like Cell decks have a struggle with because when they blow them up, okay, he just comes right back. That's the cool part. So here going to the last extra card. Sorry, you can't play Bloodlust in this deck, so you play 4 ball. This is one of the best cards in the deck in the sense that it stops your opponent from progressing and like taking you out, and also it hurts early game. You almost always have 1 energy open for this until the big turn on turn 6 usually. Now this deck is a very heavily combo oriented deck, and this is one of your main combo pieces for a 1-drop. Meta Cooler Core. He allows you to Union Absorb for 5, so you place the big star, which is this guy, this card, upon her, and you play Cooler 7-drop from your deck, which is the main play of the deck, and it's so aggressive, like. And then this is the interesting part. Okay, so you can play as many copies of this card in your deck, and that actually brings up an interesting deck building strategy where you need to figure out what's the best number, what's the most consistent number where you don't draw too terribly many of these, but you still draw enough. I mean, you see enough of them. So we play. This actually took quite a bit of testing, and we play not 4, not 8, not 12, not 16, not 20, not 24, and not 30, but 26. So this number is actually very statistical in the sense that you will almost always hit more than half of your deck is coolers. Now, most of your opening hands will look very similar in the sense that there were a bunch of coolers in your opening hand. You can put some of them back and hope to draw maybe one of these, or a Crusher Ball, or maybe even a second star. Now, what you kind of don't want to do is don't want to mill all your big 7-drops, and you just kind of want to keep consistently putting on this. Another cool interaction is that Vegeta, well, if they critical you and they hit this, they actually didn't do anything. You just get it back anyways next turn. Now, you play for Dodoria, you have to play this you have to play this kind of card in every deck. It's a 10k pump free. Now this is a tech card slot. Now this is up to you, and in our current build we are testing to make a Frieza. Everybody knows what Mega Frieza does. Discard KO the 2 battle cards that are tapped, and Crusher Ball helps this, and it's a good turn 4 play. You always have 1 energy open on turn 3 most of the time, unless you do the 2 big stars. He also has dual attack and double strike. This is like one of the biggest combo pieces. If I could play more, I would. Okay, so he allows you to awaken if your opponent's at 4 life or less, whether you're at 4 or less, regardless. So you get to flip early, and because they're not usually gonna want you to get too many free cards in your hand, which will be their downfall if they don't actually take you out before turn 6. So, and this is the last card of the deck. I wish they all look like this. This is the Infinite Force Meta Cooler Core. Now, what he does is when he comes into play off the star, you get to put up to 2 coolers, so either one of these, from your drop area. And there's also the promo cooler, which you could probably take the Mega Freezes out and put those in if you had them. You don't need to play too many of them, though. You don't want to put them as energy either. So this guy right here, whenever he's in play, all your coolers get double strike. So you bring those back, and it's overwhelming. Like, especially if they tapped out, they will most definitely almost always die. Because when he comes into play or attacks, he brings out 2 coolers from the drop area, and your field will already be big. So if they don't clear it, so attack, double strike, it is just overwhelming for Zamasu and decks like that to take that much damage.
Yeah. So when he's summoned, 2 coolers.
So 2
and then,
coolers.
Yep. And then when he attacks,
2 coolers.
2 more coolers.
So that, and just think about how many more attacks that is, and your field could be looking like this,
Yep.
I mean,
and that's not counting the coolers you already have in your board.
And you're tapping out on turn 6 almost every time to do that play, unless you have another plan. Like if you know you can't kill them because of Senzu Bean, you have to adjust. And if you know your opponent's playing blue, you're going to have to adjust, especially games 2 and 3. Where a lot of yellow cards have good outs. Like for example, the Bad Eraser Gun. Like that kind of card, the Racer Gun, which is really good against Vegeta. You have Battering Laser, which is good against the decks that had to rely on Wizard's Coercion. If they're actually relying on Wizard's Coercion against this deck, they will lose. Senzu Bean is the only real deterrent from playing this deck. Now, if your meta is mostly mono green, and it will have a pretty good matchup against Cell, which is awesome. And Zamasu. But thanks for watching, guys, and we're gonna have another video soon. I'm gonna wait for my promos Gohans to come in before I do the deck profile. You probably should, for Champa that is, and you should already assume that they're in the deck. The card is literally screams Champa. Draw 2 cards. But thanks for watching, and please subscribe, check out the Patreon and the channel, and the Facebook page as well. And deuces.